Yeah, hello everyone. So welcome to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what is the mount point, why we are going to create mount point, why it is really required. So this is the first video of the Databricks on my channel. And I'm not starting with what is Databricks, what is a Spark, what is Hadoop, what was history and all. This is important because if you are working as a data engineer, so all works you cannot do with the data flow, and also data flow is highly expensive as compared to the Databricks. So why we need to create mount point and what the hell is about? So mount point basically is provided by the Databricks. It says if you are accessing is data outside of Databricks environment, you need to provide authentication. So there are a set of commands, there are a set of few things we need to set up. And this is really important because in the project also you are not going to do it because this is basically handled by the infra person mostly. And suppose if a person is starting the Databricks for the first time only, then only this setup we need to do, otherwise we do not need to do. Suppose if you are in a team and this person already using Databricks, you do not get, and you will not get any chance to create a mount point. So only you will get chance if you are creating a fresh project and you enroll for the a very starting project, and then you have option to learn the mount point. But do not worry, in this video I'm going to talk about how we can create it. Firstly, we'll come to this page and how what are the three ways we can create the mount point. So we can create mount point using Azure Service Principal, using SAS token, and using account keys. So if you do not know what is SAS token and account keys, I already covered in my basic learnings Azure videos. So I request you please go and watch that. You will have a clear understanding about what is SAS token and account keys and what are the basic differences. And Azure Service Principal on a very high note, the Service Principal provides a facility to add users on. I mean, you do not need to go anywhere. You will provide a principal, and all the person will be getting access. So basically, a service account for which we normally give access to a service we want to use, and our application can access the resources. So this will create a service principal, and inside that we'll add the users or maybe some other thing, and then that person will get an access. So this is the service principal on very high level. So in this video I'll try to cover SAS token account keys. Although this is not recommended approach by Microsoft, you can read it. Databricks recommends securing access to Azure storage container by using Azure service principal setting cluster configuration. Why? Because if you are creating a service principal, so that is other services can also get access to that. If you are accessing using SAS token and account key, you are directly exposing the keys. Okay, so leave it this. We are mostly focusing about how we can create the mount point. We'll quickly jump to uh, this page. You know this page is all about. So this is the option present workspace. You can go to repo, recent, search data. You can upload the data inside the Databricks, and here you do not need to create mount point. You can upload data directly inside the Databricks, and there would be a default part, that is dbfs. Will come on this topic later, so this video will very long, so I'll be focusing on straightforward on mount point. So I'm just creating a name. You can choose the default language from here, Scala, R, SQL, R, everything. If you know, I'm assuming you have idea about Databricks. I'm not explaining much. I'm just giving new mount point one. I'm just going to create it. It will create a window, and the moment it will create, you will see a cluster. Why cluster is always important? Because If you are not creating cluster, your Databricks code will not run. So if you do not know how to create cluster, in this option there would be option called create cluster, and this the page will open like this, and you will go on edit. You will see this kind of stuff will come. Okay, so you will give a name, and I just chosen a single node because it will cost less. That way I have created it, so you can also do it. So this is a Jupyter notebook kind of page, and I'm not going to command, I mean what is the basic command and what is the magic commands and all, but quickly let me, there is one magic command, that is md, and I can write it here. We are learning mount point creation. It will be printed in a text format, you know, like this way. There are a set of like ls command, so these kind of command are present. So first we need like how we are going to access it. Okay, so if you will come here, you will see the code are present given by the Microsoft. We are using this code only, but with slight modification that is making easy. So what I'm going to do, I have already code that is already have a syntax present. So what I'll do, I will quickly go and paste the code. So suppose what I'm going to do, this is the command it will present, and it is saying dbutils.fs.mount. This command is basically going to create your mount point. Inside that we are passing three parameters. One is source, one is mount point, one is extra config. Do not change these variable name, otherwise it will not going to work. Okay, I have tried it, it was not working. So we need to change few things: container name, storage name, mount point name we need to give. We need to give the account keys value. We'll see what the hell is account keys. Okay, so it is nothing but it is the value of access key inside Azure storage. So quickly we'll come and quickly, okay, I need to open the storage account. Sometimes it will take time, so meanwhile go and copy this access keys value. Yeah, we need a storage account name. One part we need a storage account name, so we are going to paste it here. Again we need to storage account name here. Again we are going to paste it here, and we need container name. Really it's very slow, so okay, what happened guys, why it is slow? Okay, let it open. Okay, so we can give mount point name, so I'm just giving mount point name with landing. Okay, and this is the syntax. Sometimes this container name, there is container already present landing, so let me give it before it's, but this is really shocking why this is not working. Yeah, need to go to access keys first. Need to go to access keys. You know, this access key 1, key 2 already explained, so you will see. Need to copy these access keys and we'll paste it here. Do not worry, I am exposing these keys because this is not a way that we should do. We should keep in the secret scope inside the data. First we need to keep all this value inside the Azure Key Vault, and we need to connect Azure Key Vault to Databricks secret scope. So that's way we need to do it. So let me see that storage is getting open or not. Yeah, looks like now it should open. Yeah, this one folder called landing. Inside that one file is present. Okay, order.csv. So looks everything. Before that, let me do one thing. Let me create a data frame. Spark.read.format. Inside that I'll pass CSV. Okay, and then we'll see option header, and we'll pass. Also we can pass infer schema. That is not required, but I'm doing so. Infer schema. We do not know what is infer schema, so it will show the data type, and finally load the what's the syntax is mnt/landing, and we can give file name, or we can give just start.csv. Let me run this. If it is already mounted, obviously then we will see, but hope it mount point is not created, because looks like it will run. So much time it is taking. Looks like my internet connectivity issue, but yes. Okay, so as expected, it got failed, and it's saying path doesn't exist. It means you are accessing the files which is not existing. If you are seeing that I'm giving wrong path, that's not the case. So let me quickly run this command. Okay, seems like okay, it's returned true. That means everything got correct. Let me run this command again and hope this time it shouldn't fail. Yeah, you can see it got successful, right? But we are not able to see this, right? So there is a Spark function df.show. It will show your data frame result. Right, this is the main Spark function, show function that will show the output, but I'm not interested in that because it doesn't looks like a user friendly to me. So there is one more function, display function. This display function only valid to Databricks. It will not work outside of Databricks. This function is given by the Databricks itself. This display function will not work in plain Spark. So let me run this and we'll see the beauty of this command. Yeah, you see, right? These results are coming in table format. So far we got to know how we can do it from access keys. So I'm not interested in that. I'm removing it. So for cleaning, and also I'm removing this also. There is one more command, dbutils.fs.mounts. What this command will do? It will list down all the container which has mount point created inside the Databricks and outside the Databricks. This is the Databricks. Okay, these many we have created. Inside that you will see landing. Somewhere it will come landing, right? So right, if this mount point is not created, so we'll see, right, this is not coming. Now suppose the mount point is created and we want to unmount it. So there is one more function, dbutils dot fs dot unmount, and inside that we need to give mnt slash landing. And now landing is a mount point name and it's a container name also. I'm keeping both same, and also you should also do the same only. Let it run and see. It's running. So let me copy this below and let me do some changes. Yeah, mnt landing has been unmounted, right? And now we'll run this. Let's see what is happening. Part doesn't exist. We got the same error. So we have clear idea that's why mount point is really required. And now the part one is completed from with account keys, that is access keys. Now someone is coming, no, I do not want to give access key because it is really confidential thing. So maybe you can do with shared access signature, because we can customize it here, right? On which label, on what service, and on which time it will be valid. So we want to give it from SAS token. So we need to create a SAS token. We'll click on this container, or we can create object as per your convenience. We'll copy this SAS token value here and we'll paste it. We'll paste it in place of this. Although this is hard coded, I'm exposing, but for learning purpose it is required. And you can see this account key, we need to remove it and we need to give SAS, and here also we need to give the container name as well, that is landing. So if on very high level, this is the syntax. I will paste all the syntax in the descriptions, so you will get, that SAS we need container name, then storage name, then SAS token value. So far we good, and this is unmounted also, and again we are going to create the mount point using this SAS token. Let it run. Let it run, and meanwhile we'll go and create a key vault. Okay, this key vault is already created by me, so that is very good thing. So why this key vault is required? If you want to create key vault, just go to create resource and there you will get option and you can create it. So we'll come to secrets. Yeah, it's returned true, right? And now again we come to this. Now again run. Let's see what is happening. Okay. Some, okay. It's not allowing. Okay, it's not allowing to create. Using SAS token, it's not allowing. Okay. Some exception is coming. This request is not authorized to perform. And this is clearly mentioning using SAS token we can't do it, but I was not sure about it, but yeah, it is happening. So we can go with access keys only. Let me run it here. Okay, it's not coming. Let me do some changes. There is one more folder called prep. Since we need to do some changes here as well, prep, and we need to do changes here as well. Let me run it. Let's see if it is already mounted, then yeah. So we come to Okay, this already I'm created, but let me create another one. True, it written true, and here and inside prep that was a txt file, so I need to give txt. Let's see. If it is not working, then yeah, from SAS token I would say we can't run it. So I'm sorry guys, using SAS token I'm not able to read it, so probably you do not know the root cause, but yes, this some exception is coming. So this was the part 2, how we can create it, and quickly jump like we are directly pasting these keys, right? This is not a good way. So what we can do, we can create a secret keyword, sorry, we can give a new secret one name, and inside that we'll paste our value, we'll create it. Sorry, what I'm doing, inside that it will be created, that is the new keys. I'm good with this. Now there is one more thing. The step is we need to keep the value inside Azure keyword, and then we need to connect through Databricks. So for doing so, we need a secret command. Secret secrets slash create scope, because inside Databricks for maintaining secrets, when creating secret scope, you cannot do in GUI mode. You need to go through CLI or this way. So it will come, your hidden web page will open. You need to give a name, a scope 5 I am giving, and I will show you why I need to change that. I will go to properties. In the properties, I'll copy this valid URL and will paste it here, and in the resource ID we'll go and copy this resource ID, we'll paste it here, and we'll create name scope 5. Verification field, premium tier is disabled in this workspace because I'm using a standard one, I'm not using premium. So all users I can give it, I can create this scope 5 is created. Now this error, so now everything is sorted. I'll quickly come to recent new mount point 1. Okay, so for this mount point is already created, so let me do unmount it first. Okay, I'm interested in this, so I've already been unmounted. Now what changes I need? First of all, I need to remove this because this is really not a good way to do it. So there is one more function, dbutils dot secrets dot get. I guess this is the function only. Yeah, but let me see once. dbutils dot secrets dot get. Yeah, that is good. Let me copy it. I've given scope 5 as a name and need to give the name of this new secret one, right? So we'll give this value. Let me see if everything is correct. We have used this and this extra. So what we have to do, we are not exposing key now, and you will not know the keys, right? So let me see, that's unmounted. Okay, that's standing out unmounted. This, run it and see. So slight change is required. Looks like it will run, but I will tell you a hidden trick. Not sure, but yes, we can get still this value if we have access to Databricks workspace. It's written true. Congratulations, we are not exposing keys. And now if we run it again, yeah, let it run. So you know, right? This is how we can do it. We are not exposing keys and our result is also got true. Sometimes it's taking time, so yeah, this is the way only. So let me remove the unwanted thing. This was the previous error which came. This is still running. Yeah, it will run. And one more command, like let me see one thing. Like we are able to run for I in let's see what is happening. Yeah, you see it, right? It got successful. Yeah, data we cannot see. You can see, right? We cannot see the data. That is the good thing. No one, I guess, like I was believing that we could see it, but no, we cannot see it. Data is redacted. So I hope I was able to tell about the mount point, how we can create the mount point, and this the last time we can see, you can see it, right? This display function, whether you are able to see it or not, because it's already mounted. We will see, and in the last we'll unmount and remove everything. Yeah, you see it, right? Data is coming now. Again, run it and it will unmount and we are good to go. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you can create a mount point, and in the next video I'll be creating mount point through a service principal. Thank you so much. Bye.